broadcasting live from Detroit Sound Studios above Activate Gaming and is part of the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.
Art of Relationships radio show is copyrighted. No one is to use any part of the show without express written consent from myself, Greg Dzinski, or the Art of Relationships. Thank you.
Welcome to the Art of Relationships radio show. Greg has been a relationships expert guest host on numerous radio shows. He promises that this show is for you and to help listeners become more fulfilled, healthier, and happier in your relationships and lives. Licensed relationship and sex counselor Greg Dzinski. The Art of Relationships radio show will cover crucial elements in rebuilding emotional and physical intimacy, plus help in reigniting the passion in your romantic relationships. He also welcomes live calls from listeners in helping with these very challenges. No more tit-for-tat arguments. Greg gets to the root of couples' challenges in a rapid, matter-of-fact format, plus applies compassion and humor. Join in discovering how to improve your romantic relationship and your own life. Listen, laugh, and grow happier. Greg is a licensed professional counselor in the state of Michigan. To others, he's simply known as Master G.
Sweet. Okay, hi, this is Greg Dzinski, licensed professional counselor in the state of Michigan and relationship and sex specialist. And we're coming live from PodcastDetroit.com studios. Welcome, everybody. It is Sunday evening. Hopefully, everybody's doing super. You can join us. This is the Art of Relationships radio show. Like I said, I want to give a huge shout-out to the Rack Show, who was on before me. Thank them for the plug. Make sure you check them out on Facebook, YouTube, I think all over the place. Again, that's the Rack Show. So give them a shout out. Awesome, awesome people. They plug themselves as the Geeks. So give them a shout out. Pretty cool people. So this is Sunday evening. We're coming from, like I said, Podcast Detroit Studios in Detroit. And we're going to talk about spoiling your man. I did a thing on Facebook. I think it was based on a post by a friend of mine. Or actually, I didn't make a post. Damaris Torres from Philly. She also does what I do, relationship counseling, sex therapy, and all the game that's surrounding around that. So it was based on, women forget about, what's it take to spoil their man. It's always about the women, always about them. The man is supposed to serve the woman. I'm all about equal rights. I'm all about equal sharing. But how many times when women are, sort of raised that the Cinderella story, right? Cinderella supposed to be taken care of, prim, proper, supposed to, be spoiled. But we're going to flip this around. And what about women? Do you automatically forget your man, and do you forget to spoil him? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about also tips to help men, maybe instead of take the passive role in a relationship. A lot of men, believe it or not, they don't like confrontation. They don't like arguments, so they'll shut down. They'll walk away from arguments, and then the ladies, right, they'll chase them, they'll nag them, yell, scream, whatever, thinking the guy doesn't want to talk to them, wants to abandon them, doesn't love them, think we're stupid, doesn't want to listen to us. That's not the case. Most times, we will want to just shut down, get away, regroup, and then go from there. But we're going to get on men as well to take more of a passive role. And I need to give a shout out to John Hoffman from, I can't even think of it. Fusion Marketing too. I'm going to talk later on in the show about swingers and what do you do if you are in a swinging relationship. I'm not talking the playground scenario. I'm talking about the, swinging in the lifestyle, if you will. We're going to throw some maybe curveballs at you regarding that. And is it good? Is it beneficial to be in a swinging relationship? I don't advocate it, nor promote the swinging aspect. But I work with a lot of couples who are or have been in that situation in the lifestyle swingers and trying to get dynamics associated with that. So you can join me on live chat on the Art of Relationships' own mobile device app. I'd love to hear from you. You can also join me in live chat on Spreaker's app and at Spreaker.com/user/Greg Dudzinski. That's DUDZINSKI. You can also listen to the show live on podcastdetroit.com, TuneIn, and SoundCloud as well. And you can call me live at 586-212-4196. Again, 586-212-4196 with any questions you got surrounding your relationship or sexual challenges. Again, join us on the live chat. Love to hear your questions, no matter what the topic is, as always. You can shout out your question. You can shout out any comments you have whatsoever. Like I said, I'd love to hear from you and answer your questions. The show, Art of Relationships Radio Show, is for you, is to help you out, and that's what we're all about. So, talking about men and spoiling their man. We all hear, like I mentioned at the onset of the show, the Cinderella story, Snow White, all those aspects to, the women being spoiled, being taken care of, being getting whatever they want. And we'll have to get Jess tuned in on this topic later, a little bit later on. She joins us live from the Podcast Detroit studios as well. So I'm looking forward to her chiming in on this and her biased man-hater opinion. We'll get into that as well. And the focus on the Facebook aspect was talking about, got asked, what some comments were, I'm trying to think what the hell they were. I should have that pulled up. But they were, Greg, what more do men want? They want food, sex, and a blowjob. What more do men want to be spoiled? Well, let's face it. Those three things, I agree. I love a good blowjob. I love sex. Food, you don't have to cook for me. That's okay. I can take care of that. I can take care of that as well for myself. So that's not a big deal. So, but the sex, the blowjob, absolutely. Welcome, Rhonda. You joined us on the show. Welcome here. Foot, back rubs, cook them their favorite dinner. I agree. Now, would you spoil the man? A lot of them think, that's all they want. Men, they just want sex, right? Not necessarily. Well, we do, but I think a lot of women want sex too. And I know Rhonda joined us on chat, and she's all for sex too. And hopefully Lisa will chime in a little bit later too. And she has some great ideas about spoiling her man. The number one thing is you have to hit on the nerve what your man wants. Every man is different. He might want this. He might want that. He might want, like Rhonda mentioned on chat, foot and back rubs, cook their favorite food, whatever. They might want that, but you need to be specific. I should say you should get specific information. What does a man want to be pampered, to be spoiled? Number one thing, we want to feel maybe taken care of emotionally as well. It's not just like you ladies. You want to be taken care of. You want to feel loved, special, important. A man does too. You don't want to undercut the man in your relationship and try to, the old scenario, woman wearing the pants in the family. It's not about that. It's about being equal partners. It's not about having the man being above you or you being above the man. You don't want to treat the man like you are his mother. That is a huge, huge turnoff. And I get that from a lot of couples in my office where the woman almost tries to treat them like they're, what do I hear? I hear this often. Greg, it's like I'm the third child. She talks to me like I'm the third kid, like I'm the, there's 2 kids and her in a family. And, the women, of course, smart-ass comments and maybe sarcastic, well, quit acting like a kid. So, hit on. If they want back rubs, if they want their foot rub, I'm all for this. And don't worry, ladies, I'm not going to gyp you. We're going to do a show. Next show will be on, spoiling your woman and what you need to feel good, important, and special. Not just like, it's your job to clean. It's your job to do all this. And like I said, I'm all about sharing and everything else. What does your man want? One of the biggest complaints I get from men are when they come home, and I know, a lot of, and I'm all for women working, as people know, and students of mine, I'm all for women working, I'm all for equality in that aspect. But when they come home, men come home, or maybe, Greg, the dog's so excited to see me, and I put this on Facebook, and man, the dog comes up all excited to see me, and my wife, my girlfriend, she's like sitting on the couch, sitting on the couch on her phone, Facebook, whatever. I come home, and it's like no big deal. Here, the dog's all excited to see me. Why isn't she excited to see me? Why doesn't she come up, give me a kiss, a hug? Show them you care. Show them you miss them. Miss them. Like I'm not a man. I am a man, and I love that. And in that situation, it's like we come home, it's like, boy, you didn't even, it's more important to be on your phone. It's more important. I get the kids and all this stuff, but you need to solidify your love for us. We love that. We want to feel important and not just a paycheck. We're not just there because we're the father of the kids. We're, whatever, helping with the housework. And I'm all for guys doing that, doing the manly stuff, the guy stuff too. And then you want us to help with the housework and all that. And I'm all for that. However, you need to make us feel like you want us, like you desire us, that we are there not to serve a purpose in your life to make your life easier, but because you're with us, because you love us, because you desire us, you want us as a partner, as sexual beings, as lovers. So what does it take for you to do that? And what does it take for you to maybe symbolize that to your man on a daily basis? I say we all have bad days, we all have bad days, shit hits the fan and mass emergencies happen. But what can you do to solidify making your man feel special, that you're with us because you want to be with us, not because of the things we do for you. We cut the grass, we fix the cars, we, take care of household chores, home improvement projects. We want to feel very appreciated. We want to feel loved. We want to be cherished. One thing, too, is for me, I love it when, a woman lays her head on her chest. It's so simple and caresses us that she likes to touch us. She likes to be close to us. A skin. I love that. The skin-to-skin contact, that she loves to be close, and her head on my chest and all that. It's hot. It's nice. It's sort of soulful. It's not always about sex. Okay, maybe sex might be second on the list, but you need to look at the dynamics about what it is that you how can I say this? I had a brain fart. That you make us feel special. You make us feel wanted and desired. And Rhonda in chat mentioned, about the back rubs, the foot rub. I'm all about that aspect. We all get tired. You get tired too. It's not all, the show is not all about, the man. Well, it is about the man, of course, tonight. And I'm going to follow it up with, spoiling your woman too. A lot of things, men, the big another complaint I hear from women a lot, too, is men not making decisions. They're afraid to make decisions. It could be about dinner. It could be about whatever. A lot of times we get, and I'm not using this as an excuse, I'm using it as a learning tool as far as, maybe men, depending, what their role is, what jobs, careers, whatever, that, working all day, and a lot of women work all day too. We don't want to make any more decisions. When we say where would you like to eat? We don't care. We don't care. It's a lot of times, if we do care, we're going to say it, but you know what? We don't care. We just don't want to make any decisions. Now we're burnout, we're fried, we're fine. So don't take that we don't care about you. It's just we get fried, we get tired, just like you ladies do too. So realize that. Help us out. It's not that we don't care. It's just maybe we're vegged out, we're emotionally and maybe mentally burn out at that day. And that's why, God, we don't want to make any more decisions. And it's, for me, personally speaking, for me doing what I do, working with everybody's problems, heartaches and relationship dynamics, trauma, grief, whatever. It's like I just want to shut down and I don't want to make any decisions. And I have to be careful and cognizant of that myself to where, I got to pay attention to this aspect as well, where, we just want to veg out. Everybody does. But realize that that's not a shot by your man that he doesn't care about you. It's just maybe he's mentally burnt. What other aspects, I'm trying to think of sex, food, blow jobs. What about love notes? Another complaint about spoiling your man, look decent for him once in a while. Not all the time. You don't have to, dress to the nines and like you're all freaking going out on freaking Glamour or Sports Illustrated, swimsuit issue, photo shoot all the time. Not at all. You look nice once in a while, that you care enough about us, that you want to look sexy for us. You want to look good for us. And that is huge. A lot of people might want to look good, dress a certain way for themselves. I'm all for that. But, are you doing it for yourself? Once in a while, do it for your guy. Do it for your man to say, you know what? I want to make you feel special. I want to make you feel like I'm glad to be with you because I love you, because of maybe how you make me feel and what you do. And compliments are huge. A lot of men, we get in a situation where, women want compliments, and I'm all, absolutely promote that. I promote compliments, affirmations for both genders, but women tend to slack on the compliments for men. And it's like, what happened? Women are supposed to be the nurturants, right? They're supposed to be the ones that communicate better. They're supposed to be the ones make other people feel good, but yet their man feels like, damn, all I hear is a negative. I hear the shit I don't do. I hear the stuff that, I get complained about, stuff I don't do, stuff that pisses her off, whatever. Is there anything you like about me? And I hear this a lot from men, that a lot of the compliments, the good stuff about us, that you love about us, that you enjoy, that you like, sort of gets neglected, gets ignored. And I don't want to get into a tit for tat situation. Yeah, if he complimented, no, I'm not getting into that. I'm getting into what, men need to feel special. Do you make them feel sexy? Do you, boy, I love your ass. Do you know what? I love your eyes. Whatever, whatever it is, to make us feel desired, wanted, not like a boy, but like a man. And women, I know you're out there, oh yeah, when men get sick, they all act like a big baby. No, we don't. We don't act like a little kid. Some, I agree, some do, but not all of us. You have any suggestions, Jessica? How do you make your man feel special? Or a man?
Well, I don't know, like you said, back rubs, stuff like that. Like if, someone Chris has something that's wrong with him, or he hurt his back or whatever, I'll rub it for him. I always offer to do that.
Oh, cool.
I don't really I haven't really cooked, which is something I definitely need to start doing.
You know what? A lot
of
women don't cook that much anymore, and I don't think that's bad.
I know. Well, I mean, for me, there was a while there where I just should have been, so.
Why? Because it's a woman thing to do?
No, just because he was really busy and I really wasn't at that time. So I felt like, okay, well, I should have been picking up, slack, I guess. It's just relationships are supposed to be 50-50. So I wasn't really doing my half of it. And then I was like, all right, well, that's not really cool. I wouldn't appreciate it if situations were reversed. So I guess it's also, respecting the other person. Like, what would you want them to do for you? You know what I'm saying? If you were busy, would you want that person to pick up the slack? Or, and compliments are huge as well. Like you had said, I'm always telling him that, he looks good and he's got a great ass or whatever, gorgeous eyes.
We're not talking about me now, are we?
I love your modesty.
I love my modesty, right? Yeah. My modesty, my humbleness, my, no. Oops, no.
No, you were funny. But yeah, so I mean, that's definitely a two-way street. Women always want to hear, and to me, like, it doesn't matter if, I'm out somewhere and yes, it's flattering for, people to look at you and notice you or hit on you. But that's not really that flattering to me. What's flattering to me is when, my partner recognizes that. Because that's the person whose opinion I really care about at the end of the day.
Okay, now I got to go off topic a little bit about spoiling your man and making him feel special and all this. And this is one thing that it's a huge complaint about men. I get, oh my God, daily. There's, complaints on both gender, but it's like when we compliment our lady, we compliment, oh, you look beautiful, you look hot, you look sexy. And we know women want to hear beautiful. Depends on the mood, sexy and all this beautiful. You look very attractive, gorgeous, and all this stuff. We tell you, and it's what we actually feel and think and believe. And it goes in one ear out the other, but someone else gives you a compliment. And then you're like, oh my God, look, gee, thank you. And we're like, what the
Right?
It's like, what? You don't pay any attention. It's almost like, oh, you have to tell us because you're our boyfriend, you're our husband. No, it's what we believe. And it's like, why is that you just suck all the compliments and affirmations from other people and freaking go nuts and spaz out and feel all great? But when we do it, it's like,
See, I don't understand. I guess I'm different in that way where... okay, if I'm in a bar and a guy wants to buy me a drink, like, even when I'm single, I don't really, I'm more than likely a lot of times not going to take it because then I feel obligated to sit there and talk to that person. And all they really want to do is hit on you, or a guy says, oh, my God, you're gorgeous. Like, yes, of course, that's flattering, but the person that I'm in love with, their opinion to me matters over anyone else's.
Then you need to teach women to pay attention and to...
Well, women need to actually value their person's opinion, and that's the difference is, okay, well, my husband or my boyfriend or my man or whatever you want to call it gives compliments all the time and says that I'm gorgeous and this and that, but then, some guy at the gas station hits on me. And it's just like, ooh, that actually matters. It's a stranger. Like,
do you have friends that do that? That you see that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Women friends that,
yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, why do you feel like? And that's one thing that irks me too, and it irks a lot of guys. We could be genuine. It's funny if we give you a dig or whatever, you'll remember that and pay attention to that.
Oh, yeah.
but when we give you a compliment and it's honest and it's genuine, it's not BS and it's not just to get sex, Women, oh yeah, you just want sex. No, it's what we feel. You look beautiful, you look whatever. And it goes in one ear out the other, but if we say a compliment, you know what, I think that the other dress looks better, or pants, whatever, look better on you. What, you think I look fat? And it's like, oh, my God, no, that's not what we're saying. Maybe it is. But anyways, but, when someone else, like you mentioned, the, gas station attendant or whatever, flirts with you, pay attention, and you're like, your ego just gets boosted. And we're like, what the hell?
I think everybody likes compliments, but I guess...
They need to be genuine. I tell people all the
Right.
time,
Yeah.
they need to be heartfelt, they need to be sincere, and they need to be genuine, and not just BS. It's almost like when someone they screw up, and they just say, "Oh, I'm sorry," just to pacify it. It's not genuine. It's not heartfelt. It's not real. It needs to be real. It needs to be heartfelt. And I think people can pick up on that, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it's women's sense of self-esteem, whatever. I don't know if they ignore it or it's just inborn or genetically coded that they don't believe it.
Well, what, that they're pretty
That
women?
the compliments from their boyfriend or husbands.
Well, I mean, see, it's hard for me to speak on that because
You're not a woman? Uh-oh.
Well, no, I am, but you say obviously, but I mean, you say
Obviously.
genetically, it's a woman thing, but it's really not because I see guys do that too, where they get attention from other people and it just pumps their ego up.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I feel like it's both people, and really, I think it's just up to the individual. I know people who are, the term attention whores and just love attention from everybody. And if they're not getting attention from everybody, they're just not happy with themselves. They don't feel pretty. Like, they really don't have any, self-validation. Like, oh, my
Correct.
God, I look amazing today, or my hair looks great today. Like, they don't, and I guess that's what kind of pumps up their ego, is getting attention from other people. But to me, I just feel like getting it from the person that I love and getting those compliments matters so much more to me than getting it from a stranger.
I think that's awesome, and I think you need to promote that to all women. So,
Well, yeah, but I'm super flawed, so I mean that's just one good quality that I have. I mean, I have good qualities, but not like.
well, that
we all have bad
was
qualities
your
too, so.
that was your only good quality, Jessica. But thank you, thank you for portraying that and getting that out there. Women do take it that it's genuine. When we compliment you, and it's genuine, we mean it. What would it take for you to be appreciative of that and say, you know what, maybe, oh my God, thank you so much, whatever. And it's not, I don't know if it's because when relationship dynamics, you're together for a while, that you just take it for granted, that that's what I think. And I think men out there too, but like I said, this is about spoiling your man tonight.
Oh, right.
And if you take it for granted, that's what if you just take it for granted, or you think that, we're with you, we have to do this, believe me. And I know women out there in relationships, past relationships, whatever, they didn't get complimented enough. And, it's weird when they get it, they're wondering something's wrong. What the hell is going on? Am I being manipulated? Am I being lied to? And no, it's a genuine mutual thing. But you can give us a call at 586-212-4196. With any questions you have, you join us on the live chat. We're live from the podcast, Detroit.com studios. And we're talking about spoiling your man. What else? We talk about men want what? Sex, food, blowjobs, foot rubs, back rubs. Do you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Is that what men want?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's steak and blowjob day now, which is,
There's say what? What? What?
The male Valentine's Day.
I got to hear this. It's Sweetest Day, isn't it?
No.
I thought that was Sweetest Day was the man's version of Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but then this whole sex and blowjob thing started, which,
that's what I do for a living, and I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, I believe it's a month after Valentine's Day.
I got to write this down.
Yeah. And so Valentine's Day is, the hallmark for women's holiday.
Right.
So guys decided, I don't know who started it, where it came from. Or
maybe this was just your boyfriend.
No. I'm the one that told him about it.
Really?
So, yeah. So, and I just know of it from all of my guy friends because I do have a lot of male friends.
Okay. Well, I can imagine that. So.
Yeah. So, no, they're friends. But yeah. So there's, steak and blowjob day now, which is a month after Valentine's Day, and it's actually really, really, really caught on. I mean, Google it. It's.
I'll have to do. God, I must be out of the loop or something. This is what I do for. Oh my God. See, I think blowjob day should be like every.
Well, it's steak and a blowjob day. So I mean, I don't know about
it's
vegetarian
what?
guys.
Steak and
a blowjob day. Yeah.
Could it be a... Well, that
Well,
turkey
I don't know
would
if
be meat.
vegetarians
A squash
do,
steak,
so
maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like squash soup and a blowjob. I
Yeah.
don't really know what a vegetarian would do because
Yeah.
I'm not one, you know.
No kidding.
But yeah, steak and a blowjob day is a meal.
But
now,
hold on.
like the new age meal, Valentine's Day.
And I don't know if I like this because you figure a blowjob only once a year.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
See that might
That's
give
not
women.
the point.
I only have to do it once a month. I don't want you to have to do it. I want you to enjoy.
Well, then you
And
have
you
to
love
find a
doing
girl
it.
that actually enjoys doing it.
Damn straight.
So, or else you're not going to get had. Like, except
Right.
for steak and a blowjob
You need
day.
to kick her
That's
to the
probably where
curb.
it came from. So.
It might be. You might. Yeah. You want to kick that lady to the curb. No. How biased am I? No. And it's funny because if you going back to the back rubs, the foot rubs, making your, and I mentioned I like a woman, laying her head on her chest. Laying her head on my chest and just feeling close and all that too. Of course, I love sex, blowjobs, whatever. But it's almost like if a woman is spoiling your man, okay, and I'm doing it because I feel I have to, that's not spoiling your man. That's pathetic. And people have heard me on numerous shows that I say, you never beg for sex. You hear that, guys? Never, ever, ever. You never. Why would you want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be with you? It's pathetic. And that's where you got to have a sense of self. And it's the same thing about spoiling your man. If you're doing it because you feel you have to, a lot of men are going to pick up on that. Hey, don't get me wrong. There's some pathetic guys out there. I don't care as long as I get it. Forget that. That's ridiculous. And I teach men, why would you want? That's pathetic. Well, if I get it whenever I can and that's it. Man, you need to man up. You need to gain a little bit of self-respect and integrity and dignity. And, you need to kick that up from the curb. So if you're doing it, I have to spoil him. That I have to. I have to do my wifely duty, my womanly duty. I need to spoil him. Oh, God, here we go again. Hurry up, get it over with. And I even talk about this in my book coming out, which should be out soon, finally.
Oh.
It better be. Been busting my ass this weekend on it. But anyways, I'm hoping it'll be out in a week or two. Oh,
Excellent.
I can finally,
Do I get a copy?
Oh, hell yeah.
Right on.
Absolutely. Amazon. No.
You might as well start plugging it.
Yeah, plugging it. Yeah. But so I'm hoping it should be out in a week, maybe 2 at the very most, but it's coming along finally. Been busting my tail. But anyways, and I talk about, about this, you don't want someone that's just going to do it because they have to. And there's a difference. And I know Jessica mentioned, there's a difference between a blowjob and the woman loves it and enjoys pleasing. And it's just, that's a huge turn on. If they're just going through the motion with sex, blowjob, whatever, or even a back rub, rubbing your hand, okay, yep, my 2 minutes are up, I can stop now. And that is, it's gross, it's pathetic, and we pick up on that, and that's not really spoiling your man. And I understand, there's stuff we don't want to do. I get all that. We're not in the mood. And I'm all about you ladies saying, you know what, I'm not in the mood, whatever. I get that. But when you generally enjoy doing it, you generally enjoy spoiling us, pleasing us, oh my God, it is going to be flipped around. It's going to come back on you in a positive manner, big time. When you enjoy stuff, you enjoy spoiling your man and making him feel special, the rewards will come back to you. It's when you both don't feel connected. You don't feel spoiled by each other. Then it's like, screw that. I'm not going to spoil her. Why would I make her feel good when she could care less about me? And it gets into a tit for tat and a separation big time. And you need to center on, okay, I want to make my man feel special. This is number one. And if you don't, maybe you're in the wrong relationship, or maybe your man's in the wrong relationship and needs to either get help, work on that, or maybe you need to look at, looking elsewhere. And I'm not talking about an affair or anything like that. I'm talking about being happier, and you want to be with someone that enjoys making you feel special and spoiled and pleased big time, okay? You ready for a breather?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I am. Okay, this is Greg Dazinski and the Art of Relationships radio show coming live from podcastdetroit.com. We'll be back in a few moments, and I'll give you the cell phone or the number to call in live and join us on live chat after the break. Thanks again. We'll be back shortly.
come on, baby, well, let's be funky. I got the right time, come on. Who's your daddy? Oh. Talk to me, mama. I think I know just what you want, but I still don't know who your daddy might be. Oh. Are you one of them kind with your lunch look on? Are you one of them kind closer to your peace of mind? Living on the other side of the line. Well, come on, baby, well, let's be funky. I got the right time, come on. Who's your daddy? Talk to me, mama. I think I know just what you want, but I still don't know who your daddy might be.
Hey, welcome back to the Art of Relationships radio show, coming live from podcastdetroit.com. I want to give another shout out to the Rack Show for giving them a big thanks for plugging this show. They were on right before me. Make sure you check them out. The Rack Show on Facebook, Twitter. I think they're all YouTube. They're all over the place. You can also check out the Boss Man's show. Dave and Bob's show, IT and the D, on Monday nights at 9 o'clock right here at podcastdetroit.com. And we are talking about spoiling your man. What's it take? What do you do to spoil your man? Again, it's very subjective, but you need what you might think he needs, what he wants, might not be what he wants and needs. You know what? Men don't like this. Men don't like this. Get away from the stereotypical BS, the stereotypical lingo that you think, you know, all men don't like this, they don't like that. There are some men that, you know, they like getting flowers, believe it or not. No, that does not mean they are gay. They, you know, they might like getting flowers sent to them at work. They, you know, whatever. They like that. Or, you know, maybe they have those, candy bouquets, or maybe he likes fruit, whatever. You need to find specifically what your man likes to feel special, to feel important, and to feel valued. You know what? Are you, you know, maybe overpowering him or trying to overpower his authority, even as a father? You know, if you have kids together, are you sort of throwing that out that, you know what, they're my kids, and you're sort of pushing him out of the way, and he's going to feel ignored. He's going to feel, like I said, not included and not that special of an entity, not only as a parent, as a father, as a family member, but also as your partner and as a lover. He's going to feel sort of belittled and left out. So you need to pay attention. That doesn't mean, you know, he makes the rules. It's you making the rules together, but you better include each other in decision-making when it comes to, you know, those elements about parenting and all that stuff. I'm the mother. I think I know what's best for the kids and all this stuff. And if you have that attitude, I mean, you can have that attitude with your own mother, with your own parents, friends, whatever. They are your kids, but they're also his kids too. So you need to be aware. You need to be aware and look at, you know, what specific elements does your man need to feel special and feel loved and adored and appreciated. We talked about, you know, back rubs, foot rubs, maybe shoulders being rubbed. Maybe there's some guys that love to have their head petted, not like a dog, but, sort of caressed and petted and almost, cared for. It's weird. We almost melt. And I've had a couple clients this last week, actually, that said, oh, my God, I love when she sort of plays with my hair. Or, I said, you're a dick. Why? Because he has hair and I don't. So, we might like I'm teasing. I'm okay being bald. That's cool. I still got game. Anyways, what'd you say about me being, no, not humble? What'd you say?
Modesty.
Modesty. There we go. Yeah, I'm very, oh boy, I'm a smart ass, but I am modest. I am humble, but there goes my screen. Sorry. But I do have a little bit of game going on. But anyways, we need to look at, find out what your man likes. And you might not, if emotionally too, are you there emotionally supportive for your man too? Or is it all about you? If he has a problem at work, or I know you do too, he has a tough day or bad day, maybe going through some shit. Do you ask him about, what was going on? You okay? Do you notice, the little body languages, the facial expressions in him that, you pick up on? And I know women, you are pros typically at this. You're pros with your friends, with your mother, with your kids, with your best friend. You are pros at picking up these little slight subtleties. But with a lot of men, I hear that they get ignored. They don't pay attention. It's like we get ignored. She can't tell I'm upset, I'm mad, I'm whatever. And, maybe it's women's belief again that, men, they don't want to open up. They don't want to be expressive emotionally if something's bugging them. A lot of guys, yeah, it is true. They have a hard time. They don't want to be vulnerable. But what are you doing to notice and trying to help him be vulnerable with you? And that's going to make him feel more connected, more special. You know what? She gets it. She understands me, just like you want from him. But, like I said, that's going to be on another show about spoiling you ladies and trying to help guys understand and get you. And that's actually going to be in the last part of the book that's coming out about the soulful connection, about trying to read each other, trying to emotionally and, physically read each other, body language, facial expressions, and emotions and what they need. And they might not be, you might think, your man, he gets mad, whatever, okay? Does he need space to chill out and just calm down? Or, does he need a hug? And these are things that you can ask. You can, pick up on. And maybe men, you look at, if he's mad, whatever, can you ask him, hon, are you okay? What are you mad about? I'm mad because you never pay attention to me. You don't do what I say. Oh, wait. No, that one slipped. No, you don't do what I say. No, it's about mutual respect. I'm being a smart ass again. It's about, what are you doing? Does he feel respected? Do you ever ask him, what you need to feel loved and special and appreciated? Or are you just assuming, he's a guy, he's simple, right? Just wants food. If I give him sex, once a week, he's fine, right? He might complain. It's like, once a week? Damn. Once a week?
Not a whole lot of love going on there.
Oh, you agree with that?
Yeah.
I do. I know, I'm tired. We have the kids. What else? How are you making him feel special? And once a week, along with the once a year blowjob that Jessica promotes. So...
I think it should be more than once a year, obviously.
Okay, twice a year. So,
no.
So you're
that one day is just reserved.
I know. You say it's a month, so it's what, March 14th? If Valentine's Day is February 14th,
let me Google.
She's gonna Google
sure
this, and
March
we gotta. She's gonna Google this, and we need to look at. Yeah,
steak and a blowjob day. Yeah.
Steak and a blowjob day. It's called, huh? Okay, even Rhonda said, who would have thought otherwise? Never heard of that, of a special day for that. And Rhonda, I agree, there should be every day for that, right? And we'll get into women about being orally pleased. And actually, that's what I was writing about today, getting closer to the end of the book, was about actually on being orally pleased, and I need to finish that up. But you look at, I sound like a broken record, but I can't tell you how important it is. You need to ask him what he needs. Do you ever do check-ins? Hon, do you feel, taken for granted? Do you feel loved? Do you feel special? Do you feel like I love you, like I want you, like I crave? Or is it all about me? Is it always about me, me speaking from a woman's perspective? Oh, my God, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, there's actually, there are websites. It's in the Urban Dictionary, but it's www.officialsteakandblowjobday.com.
Oh, hilarious.
No joke. So, it is
March
on
14th.
I thought it was exactly a month after Valentine's Day.
God, she's not bad, is she?
Yeah, no, not at all. So, I mean, whoever her boyfriend is, he's pretty happy on March 14th.
Well, wait a minute. Well, you know what? I say this all the time. It doesn't matter. If the lady could be very hot, but what if she doesn't want sex, doesn't want to give blowjobs? It's sort of like, ew, I'm okay. Just get it over with, and we can have sex once a month and hurry up and get it over with. What's the point then? It doesn't matter how hot they are, right?
Well, yeah, and
I
sorry,
agree.
But eventually you're going to get left or
I
cheated
agree.
on. I mean, Ashley Madison was a huge, huge thing. Still is a huge, huge thing.
Yes, it is.
And there are preachers and all kinds of other people on them. And I would imagine not
Yes.
all of those guys
Freaks.
are complete, just man whores that can't, stick with one woman. A lot of guys don't get enough attention from their wives.
Correct.
When that happens, that's when...
Oh, my God, do you want sex again? We just had it 2 months ago.
Right, you're supposed to enjoy it. It's not supposed to be a chore,
No, it's supposed... And
I
you
mean,
want to
if
be
you're
pleased.
Sick, yeah, I
Well,
understand
yeah,
it being a
absolutely.
chore then.
Or hungover.
Yeah, that's right, too.
Isn't that a cure for a hangover?
No, not at all.
I might puke.
Too much emotion.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'll just be gentle. No, you look at the elements. You give us a call here, 586-212-4196. The Art of Relationships radio show here at podcastdetroit.com. You look at, those elements. Ask, speak again, ask him. Don't assume what he needs, or if you don't ask, he's not getting his needs met. A lot of guys, and I try to teach men, I'll have to maybe get a man's conference going to, or a workshop too. Men need to express what they need. Don't take it out in anger. A lot of men might distance themselves instead of speak up. Remember, most men, and I know I'm contradicting myself about stereotypes, but a lot of men, they don't want, believe it or not, confrontation. They don't want arguments. And all of a sudden, if I bring this up, oh, my God, it's going to start an argument, and I don't even want to. So they suck it in, and I highly advocate men speaking from the heart and tell me, you know what, hon, I don't feel loved. I don't feel desired or craved. Instead, what do men do? They might either back away, don't say anything, or they turn into assholes or dicks. Mm-hmm. And if they turn into an asshole, I don't want any woman shouldn't tolerate that whatsoever. I don't want you to be disrespected either. But try to find out what actually is going on underneath of it. What's going on? Talk to me. Don't yell at me, whatever. Talk to me. And chances are they might not feel loved, appreciated, or, maybe respected, or frickin' that you get turned on by them. It's not that simple. But you need to ask. Ask them. Just by asking is going to show him that you care, that you're trying to pay attention to him, and it's going to make him feel special. Now, if you ask him and he tells you, and you're like, oh, sucks to be you, but I'm okay, you're asking because you care, and you want to do something about that. You want to make him feel very special, very, appreciated, just like you want that from him. And again, we're going to cover that on an upcoming show, probably next show. I got to quit saying Anyways, you look
I
at...
do a lot too. Don't feel
I usually don't. I get that when I get tired, and I'm like... Is it March 14th yet? No.
Gotta watch.
I don't need the steak. Yeah, I'm not fussy. I don't need the steak. You can go ahead and just give me the blowjob. I'd be happy with that. Now, I know women are going to turn this around. Oh, great. I only have to do it once a year, and I'm cool with that. So, no, I don't want...
Well, if that's the case, then maybe they should only expect roses once a year, because that's what Valentine's Day is, roses and all that stuff.
That's all, right? Dinner. Roses, candy,
so
love notes, and a nice card.
A guy is only supposed to do that once a year,
right?
And bought my boyfriend roses before. You know?
Damn.
Just no.
We need to get married. No.
Yeah. I'm not the best girlfriend on the planet, obviously.
I know. I heard.
But there are good things, and if you're going to do that for you, like that doesn't mean you have to buy your guy roses. You could buy him anything he really likes.
Absolutely.
Or do anything he really likes. It's just showing that you actually care.
Rhonda, toss salad with it. Oh, baby. Rhonda, you are a freak. You and Lee, you know what? I got a message from Lisa. I don't think she's going to be on here with us tonight, Rhonda. But I might have to. I know Lisa and I talked about doing a women's conference about how, basically part of this, how to spoil your man, how to be more maybe sexually assertive and, spoiling your man in all sorts of ways. And we might have to do, this is going to sound bad, but me, Rhonda being a smartass, we might have to have a threesome and do this conference with me, you, and Lisa, about getting all the insight she has about spoiling her hubby. We might have to do that. And, you would love it. Good. You wouldn't be too shy with that, Rhonda? No. I'm not offering that. I'm not offering the threesome. I told you in human sexuality too, Rhonda. It's weird. I'm a guy and I'm not into threesomes. Believe it or not, I'm just one-on-one. Yeah.
Wow.
No kidding. I'm sorry. I disappointed you.
No,
I just disappointed.
Just about every guy's ultimate fantasy.
I know. I got offered like 5 of them at least.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you were just like, no, I don't.
I'm sorry, I'm not into that.
Why?
And guys are wondering if I'm gay, if I'm whacked. No. I'm more in what I do and everything. You think I'd be all freaky and all this shit. No, I turned them down because I'm more one-on-one. It's weird. You know what the real truth is? It's my ego. I don't think I could hang. So no, the truth comes out. No. I did turn them. Yeah, I don't share either, Rhonda. It's weird. I'm more one-on-one, and that's just me. It's weird. A lot of guys and women think I'm full of shit, and I'm just saying that. No, I'm not. I'm being very sincere, and I don't know. It's just weird. I'm more one-on-one. No, go figure, right? God, I'm fucked up. Oh, I'm not supposed to say the F word.
I have a guy friend that is 100% straight, always dates nothing but absolutely gorgeous chicks. And he is not turned on by like lesbian stuff. Like it grosses him out.
Well, I didn't say that.
Well,
no.
I know. Don't feel so bad because he's 100% straight. And,
I am too.
It's not a turn on for him at all.
No, it's for me either. It's like, whatever. But yeah, I'm more one-on-one. Anyways, how do we get on this damn subject? Anyways, about blowjobs. Steak and a blowjob day, March 14th. Write it in your calendars right now, people. Ladies, make him feel special. And if he's a vegetarian, like I said, you can skip the damn steak and just give me the blowjob. And as Rhonda said, you can throw in a tossed salad too. Rhonda, you sicko. I love it. Anyways, ask your man. You don't take it for granted. If you don't ask, men, unfortunately, like I said, I try to teach men to voice their concerns, voice what they want. And, don't be disrespectful. Don't, oh, yeah, give me a blowjob. No, you say, please give me a blowjob. No. Guys need to be, respectful and everything. Speak from the heart. Don't be an ass. But, tell what you need, what you're not feeling, how you want to feel special, and what, specifically a woman can do to make you feel special. And ladies, please listen up. Don't take that for granted. Not at all. Not whatsoever. Okay. One aspect I talk about, now we're going to switch gears and talk about one thing about helping men out too is, men, as far as taking a very passive role within the family dynamics. And I wrote a whole freaking list, and I don't know why, because I never go by a script. And this has to do with, I hear a lot of complaints about not only, men, and you heard me say about decision-making, power, a lot of men don't take initiative with decision making. And this is one thing with me too. I think, like I said, because of what I do, dealing with everybody's problems on a daily basis, where I just want to, shut down. I don't even want to think. I don't want to, I just want to chill out and not make any decisions whatsoever. And we all get like that. It's not just guys. Women, women work too, and, raise kids. It's a lot. It's stressful on everybody. But men need to take decision-making powers and be assertive, maybe being the father figure in the role. And I get a lot of women, they'll say, oh, my God, they're not actively involved. And they're not saying playing with the kids or anything like that. They mean like the guys don't seem actively involved in the family or in the relationship that much at all. They're sort of very passive when, they come home from work and they're on the computer watching TV. They're not actively engaged or conversing with their girlfriends or wives. And men need to sort of take the lead in this too and make their woman feel important. And, what do you do to be less passive, to be more active? And what I mean by active is, asking your girlfriend or wife, ask her questions, how her day was, what's going on with her, and being more engaged emotionally and taking initiative and being more empathetic and understanding to your girlfriend or wife's needs, okay? And a lot of guys, you need to not be afraid to shake it up, to rock the boat big time. And I hit on this on numerous shows and with clients often, a lot often, where guys, oh my God, I can't bring this up because she'll flip shit. She'll, she'll get all upset. She'll get mad. She'll get pissed off. Or she'll start crying and be hurt, and it's like, so I don't do anything. And the guys need to learn maybe how to approach it differently. And women, you need to look at that men are talking to you because they care. They want changes. They want to feel involved. They want to feel, appreciated, like their decision-making matters to you, in raising the kids and maybe financial decisions, household decisions, family matters. It's important to us. And men, you need to approach this from, maybe, like I said, I always throw this out there, from your heart, from more of concern that you want to be, that it's important to you to be, instead of coming from anger in those dynamics, okay? Men, don't be afraid to rock the boat. Don't be afraid to piss your wife or girlfriend off. That doesn't mean you want to, but you need to say, you know what, I don't like this. I don't like the situation. I think we need to do this and do this. And women, believe it or not, no matter if they like it or you piss them off unintentionally, of course, that they will feel more respect for you, that you are speaking your mind. You are not afraid to offer your opinion. Now, we all know guys, control freak guys out there that, whatever their opinion, that's truth, that's the Bible, that's, oh my God, that's the law. Screw that. That isn't what I'm talking about. And I think women bash that. It's about being an active partner in a relationship, that you care what your wife or girlfriend is going through, that she feels loved, appreciated. If she needs help with anything too, don't just take a back seat to life going on. Be an active role in life and in your relationship. Find out these dynamics and what, maybe what she needs to be pleased sexually, emotionally, right? Don't assume, and don't just sort of, I don't want to rock the boat because that means I might have to do something. That's going to, if by not taking an active role, your girlfriend or wife is going to feel not important. She's not going to feel special either. And I just, the segment, first half of the show was all centered on, making the man feel special, okay? But you can take the lead. You need to be authentic. Don't be fake, and don't be like a robot big time. Yes, dear, what's going on? If you don't like something, say it. If you like something, express it, okay? Be passionate. Be involved in your relationship. Be involved as a father in your child's well-being and their upbringing, right? Just don't let... Ooh, that's right. Okay, I'm listening around. I'm watching Rhonda on chat. You can join us on live chat at our Art of Relationships radio show on the show's own app on mobile devices for Apple and Android. You can also on Spreaker's free app as well. That's right. If you don't speak up, how are we going to know? It's all on how you say it. Speak the truth in love. I agree. And Melissa, welcome to the Art of Relationships radio show. Nice to see you on the live chat as usual. And exactly right. I agree. So, men, you need to play more of an active role. And there's a difference between, like I said, playing an active role and voicing your concern and opinion and you being an a-hole or being a control freak, and it's all about you. Control freaks, they don't listen, right? Control freaks only want it their way. That's not what I'm talking about. It is about a mutual agreement. It's about mutual sharing, and you're giving your opinion, your insights, your ideas about how things maybe should go, what you like, what you don't like. That is being active. Control freaks don't listen to their partners, and control freaks, they're both genders, right? We all know control freaks can be women or men. That doesn't matter. It's an individual thing. It's not a gender issue. That, being a control freak, you don't want that. That's not what I'm talking. And I think I want to make sure a lot of men and women listening to the show now are not, misconstriving that aspect and not, misinterpreting what I'm talking about when men take a more active, assertive role in the relationship. It doesn't mean controlling things. It talks about, a partnership. Would you talk to a best friend, one of your best friends about ideas, insights? Would you tell him what you like, what you don't like? It's no different in your relationship and with your wife or girlfriend, and that's supposed to be the most important person in your life at that time, right? It's maybe what brought the kids into the world, too, is you two together. It's, all the attention shouldn't go to the kids, but it's about you two and what you think. Don't just take a back seat. And ladies, if the guy tries to be assertive and, integrate himself and be an active part of the relationship, don't shut him out. Do not shut him down, okay? Because it's very difficult when your man feels left out and not like his opinions and decision-making aren't important. He will shut down, and it's going to be very, very difficult to get him to open up and re-engage into the relationship, whatever. And then you're going to say, then you're going to start complaining the opposite way. Well, you're not involved. You're not this. You don't give your opinion. Well, I tried that before, and it didn't work because you didn't care to hear it. You ladies, I want you to listen up. I want you to pay attention and that it matters. I'm not saying you have to agree with it. Not at all. But at least by the man playing the active role and being assertive in the relationship, it means he cares. He gives a shit about what's going on in his life and in the life of the relationship, what's going on, relationship or marriage, and the life of the kids. It's not about controlling those aspects. If he or she is a control freak, then you might want to dismiss their ass. How professional is that? But you bully. Blunt. I'm going to probably speak the truth. Like I said, I'm all about saving and trying to, mend relationships as far as possible. But not all of them should be saved or can be saved. Not at all. And that's, like I said, with controlling and definitely abusive relationships. And maybe you two just don't gel. And you just don't jive together, okay? But like I said, that's not professionals' opinions. That's not your relatives, your friends' opinions. It's all up to you. There has to be an individual and also a relationship decision. Nobody else's, okay? What else do you have a problem with any men, all your men in your life, Jess, that have a hard time being assertive? Or do you think they're more controlling?
No. I have in the past, but, who I date currently, actually, no, he's assertive. He tells me what he wants. He's
sweet,
straight to the point.
But do you get offended by that? Or do you respect that?
No, I actually appreciate it because at least I know what's going on, you know.
That's cool.
As opposed to, you know, but he's not controlling either, so that's good. I'm a hard person to be with because I'm very free spirited.
Well, you're a woman too, so that just says it all.
Honestly, like, yeah, we're complicated creatures.
Oh God.
But yeah, no, he is very assertive, and I do appreciate that he's a very strong person, but he's not a jerk.
He's not a control freak or not a jerk or an a-hole about it.
It's not like he walks in the room and he's like, "Hey, blow me." Like that's never happened ever. And if
you mean that doesn't work?
Yeah, no, not so much.
Damn, son of a bitch.
You're like, that's what I've been doing wrong.
Oh man, that only works on March 14th. No. Steak and a blowjob day. I learned something. I learned, believe me, how do you be assertive and not controlling? Melissa, great question. A lot of it is being assertive is voicing about what you like, you know, what you don't like, and what you want in a relationship is huge. That's being assertive and speaking what you want. However, being assertive is also about, like I mentioned, it's about listening to your partner. You also want to hear what your partner has to say. You also want to hear their opinions. You want to hear their insights, right? It's not that you're going to agree on everything, but controlling aspect is you trying to make every decision. You're trying to manipulate that person into decisions you want, and you're not really paying attention, or it's almost like you don't give a shit. Excuse my language, since when does that matter? That you being controlling is like you don't care what your partner's opinions or insights or feelings are. They're all what you want. That's the huge difference about being assertive. Assertive is, you know, caring about your partner too. You voice your concerns, your opinions, but you also want to hear your partner's. And that is taken, and it's also being, you know, assertive by saying, you know, you notice they're in a bad mood, they're upset, they're whatever, or maybe they're ecstatic, they're overly excited, and you're not used to that. Being assertive is asking, hey, what's going on, man? You look all geeked up, you look all excited, or, you know, you look bummed out. What's happening? That is taking an active, assertive role in a relationship, or a control person might come up to, oh, my God, you're in a bad mood again, oh, you know, whatever. Get out of it, shake it off. You know, they're not really caring or empathizing with you, and it's all about them. It could be, you know, controlling about, oh boy, buying a house, certain cars, where you're going to live. It's all about them. They don't care, you know what, we're going to live in this neighborhood, we're going to buy this sort of house, and I don't care what you have to say. They might not say that, but they're going to act it, and they're going to try to manipulate you into what they want. And controlling people, they can be the typical a-holes, you know, bossy, all those. But you also have to remember, controlling people can be sort of maybe softer spoken, and they can be manipulative too. So you need to you know, pay attention to that aspect too, because controlling aspects, everyone assumes, you know, they're the bossy, they're this, they're loud, obnoxious. But there's controlling people out there that are also very manipulative, and controlling people get you to feel a certain way, make you, you know, they'll suck you in emotionally to care and all this stuff. And it's just to manipulate you to get your way. And those people, unless you know what you're dealing with, I mean, you could be sucked in. I'm almost trying to, how many people have out there, and I don't want to plug it, but Sons of Anarchy, like Gemma, she can make you sort of believe, you know, she's a great person, all this, and she's an evil frickin', oh my God, evil, heartless, whatever. And, you know, that's what I'm talking about. You know, controlling, but she does it in a manipulating way, and if she don't get her way, she turns into a total bitch.
Yeah.
Controlling, evil, and it's all about her. That's, you know, that's sort of what I'm talking about. So you can be sort of, you know, controlling in a more manipulative, softer approach, if you will, and those, you know, the bossy, arrogant, you know, loud, obnoxious types too. So there's a huge difference. Who's a narcissistic pig? Rhonda, you're not calling me a narcissistic pig, right? narcissistic, but just not a pig. All about them. Yep, narcissistic pig. Where'd you get that? Oh, I know, Rhonda. You're talking about if I remember correctly, you're talking about one of your exes from a while ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think you mentioned. Yeah, oh, how would I know that, Rhonda? You just typed my ex, see? Ha! What a memory, huh? I got lucky. Yeah, it's all about them. So you got to be, there's a difference. That was a great question, Melissa, about, assertive versus the controlling elements. How do you tell the difference? And, how do you, usually controlling people aren't going to ask, you know what, am I controlling? Typically, they're not going to ask that, right? Because they're not going to want to hear the answer. Or maybe, the manipulating ones, do you think I'm controlling? Yeah, I do. I think, you're sort of controlling, manipulating. Oh, you know what? Fuck you. Excuse my F-bombs. Dave will have to cut that. Where they'll turn it all around on you. And, they don't want to hear it. They're acting like they care and they want, but really they don't. They're just trying to get you sucked in emotionally that they care, and they really don't. And that's what those people are very, very difficult to sort of weed through and to try to understand. And that's where your gut instinct needs to come in, that something is, something's just not right, something's not jiving, and you need to sort of step back and sort of reassess that situation and look at, what, why is this, man, something ain't right. And you might want to look at that and pay attention to it briefly, okay? Whew. I need a drink, not just water. No.
It's in the other room. You want me to go grab
No, I already had. I had a beer earlier. I gotta drive home. Anyways, no. Since when does that matter? No. You look at the dynamics. Are you controlling?
I think I might be a little bit.
You said you're free-spirited. You said you're free-spirited.
Yeah, I think maybe I'm just a little self-absorbed.
Does free-spirited means I'm going to do whatever the hell I want and screw you? I always see her.
Honestly,
I'm free-spirited.
No, but sometimes to a certain extent, yeah, because I don't see something wrong. If I don't see what's wrong with something, then it's hard. Even after sitting back and looking at it, it's hard for me to understand the other person's perspective. So then I'm just like, all right, well, you must be being ridiculous. But now I'm starting to realize after just listening to that I might just be a little bit controlling.
Yeah, you just described a woman perfectly, Jessica. No, I'm teasing. Ron and Melissa don't. Yeah, well, actually, no. Yeah, no. You look at dynamics, and I think being assertive is more. You're also able to look at yourself and look at what you do. You're taking, you're taking initiative. You're taking not only an active role in your relationship or marriage, or as a parent, but you're also being assertive with yourself and being able to look at yourself. What am I doing? Am I always worried about me being loved, appreciated, whatever? But how does my partner feel? How does she feel or he feel in that matter? Do they feel loved, appreciated, whatever? I want to look at myself and look at, I'm not perfect, okay? Write that down, Jessica. I admitted that, and it was genuine. I'm definitely not perfect. I'm very human. And we look at the elements to where, I want to look at what I'm doing and what my role is too. And I think that's a big thing, a big difference between being assertive and being controlling. Controlling people usually, they don't really get you. They don't. Do I want to go out on a limb and say they don't really care? Controlling people tend to only care when you leave their ass. They only try to pretend to care when you want out, when you want done, when you're leaving them. Then they're the ones almost coming back and saying, oh, please, please, please. They're going to manipulate you and guilt trip you into staying, into, going back. Mm-hmm. And then you look at, where was this before? And then the hard thing is because you look at that, say, oh, my God, they finally, they've been giving me all I want. I've been waiting for this for years, for whatever, months, and oh, my God, they finally get it. And then you go back, and guess what? they return and end up being the same way again. Then you're like, I'm a dumbass. Well, by rights, yes, you are. So you need to look at, and I'm all about, people growing and changing and evolving. I'm passionate about helping people. I know people grow and evolve. I have. But you have to be aware of it, and you have to want to. And if you don't know how, get help, get insights about doing that. That's what I mean about men playing more of an assertive or active role in their lives. Not, it's funny. They might go after promotions. They might go after, different jobs and all this stuff. That's one element, but it seems like they take, a lot of guys might be more passive in their relationships. And I hear women, oh my God, I'm the one that's always planning trips. I'm the one that's always making plans. I'm the one that's always getting sitters for the kids. I'm the one, well, that's your job, women. No, I'm teasing.
I know.
I'm teasing. Rhonda, you just said I'm right. Oh, wait, that was a comment way back. And I'm teasing you. Woman, that's your job. No, but you look at, and maybe, men, maybe you need to get tickets to whatever concert. Maybe you need to plan a night getaway or where you're going to eat. That is taking assertiveness that you care, and you want to sort of spoil or emotionally, sort of have your partner relax too. That is one thing I hear from a lot of women that, oh my God, if we wouldn't do anything if I didn't make the plans. There's guys that do that too, but I do hear that a lot, mostly from women. And I don't know if men that's part of being, taking their partners for granted, and they assume that their wives or girlfriends they're not busy. They're this, they got more time, whatever. And that's sort of selfish. And that's where you need to be taking an active role. And I think the other aspect I see with men being afraid to make decisions, they don't want to make the wrong decision or end up disappointing or be belittled or get their girlfriend or wife pissed off at them. Yeah, see, you made this decision. How'd that work out? How'd that work out for you? Hey, at least I tried. I don't give a shit. It didn't work out. It sucked, and the guys are, screw that. I knew I shouldn't have made a decision. Who makes the decisions in your,
We both do.
Good.
We both do.
That's awesome.
Chris decides when he's going to go do something. I decide when I'm going to go do something, and as long as that's respectful toward the other person, then it's fine. Oops.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so he decides, I like how you say, he decides he's going to do it, and that's that. I just listen. No.
I decide I'm doing stuff too. So,
yeah, I know. I heard. Never mind.
Yeah.
But, that's what, guys take. It's funny how many women, you look at, movies, TV shows, whatever. It's funny how many women get sucked into these shows. The guy could be an a-hole, whatever, but he sort of takes an active role in his life. He takes, the 50 Shades. He goes, I'm taking you, whatever, away in a jet. I'm doing this. Not that, we don't have a lot of money, whatever. But even if you, say, hey, why don't we take a drive in the car? Why don't we take a walk? Well, it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. We could just talk. Why don't you take the initiative, make a decision, and take that assertive and active role? Reality shows? Oh, God, Melissa. Don't even get me. You need help, Melissa. Reality shows? Now you're going to tell me about frickin' house sluts of Atlanta and house whores of L.A. or Beverly Hills or, oh, wait, how derogatory, right?
I don't watch that stuff.
No, good. See? God. He needs to marry you. Anyway. No. Well, I don't know yet if you're that much of a pain in the ass, maybe.
I am a huge pain in the butt.
Well,
huge.
At least you admit it. No, I'm so bad with decision-making. Melissa, I think a lot of people are there, especially with decision-making. I think it's I think it has to do with confidence, to be honest with you. Part of it is, we're stressed. We don't want to make a decision. And the other part is, I think most people that don't want to make decisions in their relationship or marriage, I think it's confidence. They're afraid that they don't want to make the wrong one or make a mistake, whatever. So what happens is it's easier to put that responsibility on your partner. That's not fair. What would it take, if you make a decision and it just didn't work out, and if you're with somebody that always throws that in your face or bashes you for decisions that didn't work out, you want to go to this restaurant, and all of a sudden your girlfriend or wife's food sucked, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, nice choice. You're like that's my fault, and that's where you be assertive, that's not my fault. Your food sucked, you know what? And that's where women need to understand too that, a lot of things with decision making, it might not be his fault. And we're afraid we're going to get bashed. We're going to, oh my God, I hope this works out. I hope this works out because, oh my God, I'm going to hear about it, right? Why do women do that?
Because we I don't know, we nag. We nag.
You hear that, ladies? This is speaking from another woman on here.
I do. I catch myself, and it drives me nuts because my mom does it, and everybody never
Oh,
wants
yeah,
to end up
blame
like their
your mom. Blame your mom.
Well, no, but I just realized, it's a girl thing, but then again, guys nag too, so.
Yes, they do.
I mean, it's both.
It is both, and you need to look at what's going on. At least they made a decision, and you look at the intent. Ladies, if the guy is being assertive, making a decision, looking at the intent that maybe he wants to, he's not controlling. We talked about that. I'm not going back into the difference between assertive and controlling, but maybe he's trying to make a decision to make you happy, to please you. That's his intent. It isn't to piss you off. It isn't to annoy you. It isn't, whatever the situation. Now, if he is making a decision that, okay, I'm making a decision, you're giving me a blowjob right now, does that work?
No.
Damn.
No, we sort of want to have to do it, or...
Huh?
We sort of have to want to do it.
You think? I agree.
Or else it's just going to, suck for both people.
Wrong choice of words, Jessica.
No pun. No pun on that one.
Except for March 14th. Steak and a blowjob.
Yeah, but
day.
that doesn't mean you could just, give a blowjob once a year, unless of
Oh
course you
God,
just
no.
don't want dinner bought for you, except for once a year.
Oh, hold on, whoa.
Flowers
Are
once a year
you?
on Valentine's Day.
Okay? Okay, I'm glad you followed up with that because it's like, oh, fine. Is it like a tit for tat? Then you buy me flowers, I'll give you a blowjob. You know how many couples I hear about it?
Valentine's Day is, in my opinion, a Hallmark holiday.
I agree.
We all celebrate it for the most part.
And if we don't,
you're probably going to deal with a lot of hell.
Yeah, we agree not to get
getting roses at work, and then the girl's sitting there not getting roses, and makes her feel crappy. So
I agree, and you both agree. Oh, we're not going to do anything. Don't get me anything. Ladies, do not ever frickin' lie like that because we take you literally.
We never mean it.
Right. We take you literally. You told us what you want. We did it. We follow through, and we get slammed for it. Hey, we're listening. We paid attention. Mm-hmm. God, women are... God.
Oh, men. Keep it even here.
We got to keep it even, all this stuff. Okay. I'm going to bring up but we need to celebrate Sweetest Day for the man. Oh, you know what, Melissa? I brought that up at the beginning of the show when Jessica mentioned about March 14th. I mentioned about Sweetest Day. I thought was supposed to be for the man, whatever, and that's another Hallmark holiday as well. But I want to get into a lively topic before a couple minutes, and then we're going to sign off maybe in about 10 minutes or so. Is that okay with you?
It's your show.
It's my show. God.
I'm just hanging out here pushing
See,
stuff on
now she's making me feel like I'm bossy, controlling.
Oh, jeez.
I'm demanding, not commanding. You look at the element. I need to bring this up because this was a topic we didn't get to last show. Was about swingers. Ooh. And I'm not talking about going on a swing on a playground, whatever, and all that stuff. About people in the lifestyle and about swingers. And the concept is, how many people believe that one person can meet all of your needs? Ooh.
I can't share, so like I totally believe that. But I
you
mean,
can't share, or you can share. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I'm not sharing.
No, I'm not sharing either. I already told you about the threesome situation,
Extremely territorial.
And yes, and I'm territorial, but he better not be. Is that how you play it? No.
No.
Greg, why in the hell did you? What do you want, Melissa? You called my name out. No. But yeah, I am too. Like I mentioned, I'm not into threesomes. I've got offered them. I turned them all down. Yes, I'm not lying, ladies. And guys, I know you're thinking I'm whacked, crazy, whatever. I might be, but I still turned them down. It's not me. I work with a lot of people that are in the lifestyle, that are swingers, open relationship, bisexual couples, all this aspect. And this was brought up to me a couple weeks ago, and I promised I would talk about it, that I agree. Not everybody, not one person can meet all your needs. Emotionally, can they meet all your sexual needs? I'm all about that. The swingers element is, what? They like variety. They like maybe the thrill, the risk. They like different feelings, the rush all this time. But the problems that comes into, we all know, the emotional connections that's usually the number one thing I hear with swingers, that the emotional connection, it's the trust. They're getting more emotionally connected to somebody else. It's really not the physical element. The way it was put to me was, people in the swing, it should be okay to realize that not one person can meet all your sexual needs. And my comment is, why not? Right?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any complaints at all. So that's.
Does he? No.
I don't know.
I'm
should
teasing.
We call him? I'm like, should we
you
call him?
could, yeah. Give him a call. Give him a call.
He'd be like, Jessica, why are you doing this to me?
Put him on the spot. Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know.
Melissa, I agree. I think most people don't share, but those in the lifestyle, they say they like the variety. They like the thrill of it. They love the different feelings and touches and all this stuff. I get that. And like I said, I am not promoting swingers or in the lifestyle. I don't promote that. I work with a lot, and because I'm not into it doesn't mean I can't help people. And I understand, the dynamics and why they're in it. They want the thrill. They want, the variety, if you will. It's like, eating the same food. What a choice of words. Eating the same food day in, day out, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have the same food without the variety. And they like the variety of sex. And they think, sex is healthy. It's something to be enjoyed. And if you can share it with other people, it's not a big deal as long as you maintain the love and the affection, emotional affection that you have with each other. Boundaries are in place or should be in place about what you do, whatever. But what if you get attached to the other person besides their spouse? Are you repeating what I just said, Melissa, about usually the trust issues with open marriages or open relationship or swingers is, the main trust aspect is someone's getting emotionally closer to somebody else and, trying to set boundaries in place on what's going on. Is it fun? And people, I get to, I was a swinger, I was a swinger before, when I was single. I'm like, what? I'm like, how can you be a swinger if you're single?
You can't.
I know. I'm like, I'm like, what? No, you're to be a swinger. And I know people, that swing or bring, like a poly triad type situation. They bring another person into it that might be single, but swingers are usually a couple that engage. They could engage in orgies. They can engage in swinger parties. They can maybe just swingers. They swing with another couple and that's it. They're exclusive to this other couple. And, would you be able to look at some other guy that just did your wife or girlfriend or another woman, Jess, that did your guy?
No, I'd probably,
claws would come out?
Yeah, I don't even think they would, get through it because I may throw her through a window because I'm just, that's mine. It's my toy. Nobody else can play with.
My toy. I love that. That's my toy. And I want, people that are thinking, or maybe they're in the, they're involved in the swinging aspect is, give me a call. I want to hear what the pros are. 586-2, not that you're a pro swinger. I'm talking about the positive aspects of swinging and what entices you. 586-212-4196. And I get, Rhonda, I think one person can meet sexual needs. I do not believe in swinging, but that is me. I do not get the concept of getting married and committing to one person and then have sex with other people. Now, what do you believe about the frickin' polyamorous situations? One guy with, 5 wives? One's bad enough. Why would you want 5? No.
Well,
Oops.
polyamorous is that where they have
multiple
relationships?
Yeah, multiple,
but that could be for women and
yes,
men.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
I mean, I watched what is an HBO special or something on it. I thought it was interesting. I couldn't imagine sharing my person emotionally with someone else.
Right.
But I mean, everyone's different. So I dated somebody who, years ago that I mean, he's definitely a swinger. So,
right.
You just can't stay faithful. And I guess if you do it together, some couples I've seen it actually builds them up.
Yes.
But I mean, I can't even imagine the amount of trust you would have to do or actually have to actually make that work. It's got to be astronomical.
Absolutely. And open relationships and also swingers, you have to be confident as a couple, and you need to be confident as an individual as well. Because if you are not confident as an individual, not confident in your relationship, it's not going to work. It's going to be disastrous, and it's going to, it's going to destroy big time the relationship, the marriage. You need to be confident. You need to be trusting on an emotional level. Like a lot of swingers still set boundaries. We are not going to meet one-on-one with somebody else. We are not going to go somewhere else without the other person to a party or whatever. They have boundaries in place, and it's about, sharing and being open. And there's couples I work with, man, the husband gets freaking turned on, and she does too. Whatever, she has sex with some other guy, he gets freaking all turned on and all hard hearing about another guy, how much he turned her on and what he did to her and all this stuff. And vice versa, where, the wife would get all excited and, about a woman, tell me what she did, what you liked, and, oh, yeah, was I better? And it's confidence. It's not a comparison. It's about, what would she do that, maybe I could do that you liked. And it's a comparison. It's a thrill and excitement aspect. But like I said, it is the confidence level has to be legit. It needs to be genuine. It needs to be pretty high or healthy, if you will, to be in a swinger situation, whatever. Like I said, I do not advocate that. I do work and have worked with quite a few individuals in that lifestyle, but I never promote it. I never advocate it. I tell people, it's about you, what you enjoy, but I try to describe, the consequences of it, and also, to set boundaries that are healthy for the couples in that situation, and look at boundaries need to be in place. And, what works good for you guys, who am I to say don't do it, is it wrong, whatever. But you also got to look at the consequences involved with the swinging dynamics. And, swingers do set boundaries. Okay, we're going to have sex, but no oral sex, no anal sex. You look at the parameters, and then some couples, that's too limiting. That's why we do it, to explore all this stuff. So it's a wild ride. So if you're thinking about her in that, make sure you set boundaries, and you have to have confidence. Like I said, I don't promote it. I am all about, one-on-one dynamics, big time, okay? And when I say one-on-one, I'm not talking about one-on-one with just yourself masturbating either, even though that's not wrong. Okay, why don't we say peace out? Everybody have a good night. Thank you for listening to Art of Relationships Radio Show. Make sure you check out podcasts, Detroit LoveGuruGreg-Greg.com for all the shows. All the shows on here, a lot of great people, like I mentioned, a lot of great shows, entertainment, and also some pretty cool advice on tech issues, gaming with the Rack Show. I'm going to give them props, and a huge thank you again for calling out the show, giving me props for their Relationships Radio Show as well. So make sure you check them out, okay? Everybody be safe. Get lots of sleep, and it's Monday tomorrow, people. Sorry to break your hearts. So take care, everybody. Thanks for listening and for all the support. Much love. Huge thank you to Jessica for joining me again tonight. I appreciate it. Take care.
No, thank you.
Much love. You bet. Bye-bye.
I can't figure out why the hell I can't say all the words that I've been thinking.